Hello students, myself Sumangla Biradar. In previous video, we discussed about cryptography and different types of the cryptography based on secret key and classic crypto method, that is simple substitution method. Now in this video, we'll discuss about double transposition method and OTP method. First I will see what actually double transposition method and how it generates the secret code using this method. For that, let's take one example, that is plain text as an attack term. In double transposition, first you arrange this message in the form of matrix of size 3 cross 4 here. Based on the text, plain text, you decide the size of the matrix. For this one, it is enough 3 cross 4. That's why here I taken the matrix size of 3 cross 4 here. Okay. So next, first you have to transpose the rows according to 1, 2, 3. That is first, second, third row you have to transpose as a or shuffle like third, second, first. Third row first, next second row, next first row. So here in this example, if I take, this is your first row, this is your second row, and this is your third row. So first if you are transpose, then first you have to consider which row, that is third row. This row must come first here. Okay. So now that is the thing here. First row comes here, next is second row, this is your second row, and this is your first row. This is transposing of the rows here. After that, once again you have to transpose the columns here. How to transpose? For example, this is your first column, this is your second column, and this is your third column, and this is your fourth column. So now if you are transpose, then how to transpose that? So this one you have to transpose like fourth column comes first, second column, first column, and next third column. See which one is fourth column here? This is your fourth column. Yes, this is your fourth column. And this is your second column. Yes, this is your second column. And this is your first column. This is your first, and this is your third column. Like this, you have to transpose the rows and columns. First you have to transpose rows, and next you have to transpose columns. After, that's why you are using the word as what here? Double transposition. So 2 times you have to transpose your rows and columns here. First you have to transpose rows, and next you have to transpose the columns here. After that, what are the matrix you will get to? This matrix you have to write as a text here. So that text only we call as a ciphertext here. See here, NADW TKCA AT. So same thing I written here. This is the ciphertext for your plain text attack down here. Okay. In this way, you will generate a ciphertext using double transposition. Is it clear now? Okay. Next is how to decrypt the ciphertext here. So this is your ciphertext. At the receiver side, you have to decrypt, and after decrypting only you will get your plain text back here. So now this is your ciphertext. To retrieve or to get your plain text back, you have to follow the reverse procedure of your encryption method. So in the encryption technique, that is, you are converted plain text as a ciphertext here. So now in the decryption, you have to convert ciphertext to plain text here. So decryption is reverse process of encryption. Reverse means what? In the encryption, to get the ciphertext, which one you have done first transposition? First you are transposed or shuffle the rows. Next you are transposed your columns here. So in the reverse means what? First you have to transpose the columns here. So now you have to rearrange your columns. Actually your columns are what now here? It is 4, 2, 1, 3 here. This one once again you have to rearrange as a 1, 2, 3, 4. First you have to rearrange the columns. After rearranging the columns, next you have to go for the rows transpose. So in the rows transpose, you have to rearrange 3 to 1 as what here? This is your third row, second row and first row here. This one you have to rearrange as a 1, 2, 3 here. If I rearrange, then I got this matrix here. This matrix, if you write in the form of text, then you will recover your plain text. See, A, T, T, A, A, T, T, A, C, K, A, T, C, K, A, T, D, A, W, N. So now after rearranging, I got my plain text back here. So this is how to decrypt the ciphertext as a plain text. Using which method here? Double transposition. Okay. So in the encryption technique, to convert plain text to ciphertext, first you have to transpose what? You have to shuffle the rows. Next, after that, what are the result you will get? No, for that resultant matrix, once again you shuffle columns here. So if you want to get your plain text back, that is what you call as a decryption. In the decryption, first you have to what? First you have to rearrange the columns. Next you rearrange the rows, then you will get your plain text back here. Okay, this is how actually your transposition method works here. Is it clear now? Okay. Next we'll go for one more method, that is the one-time pad here, Vernon cipher here. So for this I'll take one example. These are the sum of the letters and this is the binary value for these letters. You convert this letter as a ASCII value, and for those ASCII values, if you generate a binary values, you will get this binary values here. So now for this one, I'll take one plain text message as a Heil Hitler. Heil Hitler means what? Saying hi or welcoming the Hitler here. So what is your plain text? Heil Hitler. So that plain text you have to write in the form of the binary. So for the H, what is the value you are having? 001 is for H here. In the same way for E, 000. For I, 010. For L is 100. For H, 001. For I, 010. For T, 111. And for L, 100. E, 000. And for R, 101 here. This is your plain text. And to generate a ciphertext, here you are using the key here. So what is the key? This key value is known by whom? This key is known by the only sender and the receiver. Okay. So now with the help of this key, you will generate a ciphertext here. For generating the ciphertext for the given plain text with the help of the key, in the one-time pad, you are performing the XOR operation. Okay, if you perform the XOR operation for your plain text and the key, then what are the result you will get? No, that result is your ciphertext here. So 1 1. Okay, if you go the XOR, as you know that if both are true, both are 1, then it is 0. If both are 0, then it is 0. Otherwise it is 1. That is the how actually XOR operation works here. 1 1 means what it is? It is 0. Next, 0 1 1, 0 1 1, 0 1 1, 0 0 0, 0 1 1. In this way you perform the XOR operation. After performing the XOR operation, you got the result like this. Now once again you convert this binary into text form. So for 1 1 0, what is the letter is there? That one you have to check here. 1 1 0 where it is? S. 1 1 0 it is here. What is the text? It is S. For 101, 101 text is R. For 100 text is L. Like this you have to substitute the each binary bit with the text here. After substituting, what are the result you will get? No, this is your ciphertext. This is how one-time pad works here. To convert the plain text to ciphertext. That procedure what you call? We call as a encryption technique. Next is decryption. For the decryption, same thing. Now you have the ciphertext and also receiver know the what is the key. With the help of the ciphertext and the key, you will get the plain text back. Once again, you have to use the XOR operation here. So 01 means 1, 110, 110, 110, 000 and 11 is also 0 here. So in this way, if you perform the XOR operation, then you got the result in the binary form like this. Now you substitute the binary value with the letters here. So 001 means what? It is having the letter as a H here. In the same way for 00, it is having the letter as a E. So after substituting, you got the word as what it is? Hi Hitler. Okay. So yes, see, this is your plain text now. In this way, you are performing the one-time pad to create or to get a secret code as a ciphertext using XOR operation here. This is how actually one-time pad works. Is it clear now? Okay. Next, assume that Charlie claims that the actual key used to encrypt the Alice message is like. So for example, this Alice and Bob and Charlie, these are the three users. They know what is the key is used to encrypt the your plain text here. So now the Alice want to send the message to Charlie and Bob here. Okay, Alice is the sender and Charlie and Bob are the what? Receiver here. So now Alice want to send the message to Charlie and Bob here. So now for sending the message, that plain text, Alice message is your plain text and that plain text is what here? Hi Hitler here. So but to received by the receiver, when receiver receive, that is not in the plain text, it is in the form of the ciphertext. So at the receiver end, they have to perform the XOR with the key. What are the key that Charlie and Bob know? So with the help of those keys, they can get the plain text back here. But whenever Charlie claims that, Charlie will tell to the Bob that is, this is a actual key here. What happens? Actual key is totally different. Actual key is, this one is your actual key, that is starts with 111 here. But Charlie claims that this is the actual key here and Bob believes that this is the actual key here and Bob want to decrypt that message. What is the message? It is received by the Alice here. So now this is your ciphertext and whenever Bob receive the key, this Charlie, what are the Charlie send no? That key is received by the Bob and Bob will think that this is the actual key here, but it is not an actual key here. It is wrong key. That one is unknown by Bob here. So with the help of this key, if Bob decrypts, then so what message you receive now? The plain text it is received is what it is? Kill Hitler. But actual message is to welcome Hitler by using the Heil Hitler. So now but here you are using the message as a kill Hitler. So in this way hackers will what they will do, they can modify the messages here. How they will modify? By changing the key here. Okay, so this is one of the problem you may face using this one-time pad here. This is the drawback of using the one-time pad. Is it clear now? Okay, thank you.